When Myth of Empires first launched in 2021, it stood out as one of the most promising titles in the survival MMO genre. Its blend of gritty, tactical warfare, realistic base building and large-scale siege mechanics gave players a refreshing alternative to traditional fantasy or sci-fi MMOs. The ability to command armies, ride into battle on horseback and build sprawling fortresses gave it a depth that games like Ark and Conan Exiles just, kind of lacked. For a time, Myth of Empires captured the imagination of players seeking a grounded, player-driven world where politics, war, and economy all intersected. It showed what a true sandbox could be, one shaped not by static quests or scripted events, but by the strategies and ambitions of its players. One of the most frustrating technical issues in Myth of Empires has been its persistent lag spikes, which become especially noticeable during peak activity like large-scale sieges or heavy player gatherings. Each official server in Myth of Empires supports up to 100 players, and while this might sound reasonable for a survival MMO, the game's deep mechanics, such as large bases, AI units, mounted combat and dynamic terrain, create significant server load, particularly when dozens of players interact in the same area. This often leads to rubber banding, input delay, or, even full-on crashes. The problem is made worse by region locks, which restrict server access based on a player's physical location. For those who travel, live abroad, or simply want to play with friends from another country, this can force them onto distant servers with high ping, undermining the game's promise of strategic, coordinated warfare. Unlike Myth of Empires, other sandbox MMOs like PAX DEI are building infrastructure with global accessibility in mind, aiming for seamless server transitions and scalable back-end performance. Meanwhile, games like Ark Survival Evolved and Conan Exiles provide players with the ability to host private servers, adjust server rules and install mods, giving communities more control and better performance tuning. While Myth of Empires boasts deeper base-building systems and more realistic tactical warfare compared to most competitors, its technical constraints, particularly server limitations, region restrictions, and underwhelming performance optimization, significantly diminish the experience for international players. If these foundational issues aren't resolved, especially in a genre where player freedom and community-driven gameplay are essential, the game risks falling further behind newer titles that prioritize accessibility, customization, and smoother global play. To recover its standing and fulfill its original promise, the developers of Myth of Empires must take deliberate steps forward. This includes removing rigid region locks to allow true global server freedom, optimizing netcode to support smoother large-scale battles, expanding server capacity with scalable cloud infrastructure, and most importantly, actively engaging with the international community through transparent updates and feedback. Introducing dedicated server options and modding tools would also empower players to shape their experience, just like in Ark or Conan. If Angela Game can tackle these issues head-on, there's still hope for Myth of Empires to reclaim its place as a standout in the MMO survival genre, not just for its depth but for its ability to bring people together in a truly player-driven world.